What's up everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to discuss the anime of 2020 overall. I normally don't do a year in review type style when it comes to talking about the recent year of anime. I always do top 10s. However, because of the situation that we're in, with the amount of delays and the fact that the majority of the good anime that came out was this past season, my video just wouldn't seem very original. So I thought, why not just give my overall thoughts on the anime that came out this past year, even if they weren't the best. If that sounds good to you, then do stick around. We start off with the winter season, and to be honest, I didn't watch that many winter anime. Not that many stood out to me. But of course, I could not pass up on Haikyuu. Yeah, kind of strange that the first half of Haikyuu actually premiered this year. Oddly enough, I did watch and complete Interspecies Reviewers, and I made a whole video on it, and it did really well. Don't attack me though, because that opening still slaps. And while it technically did not come out this year, Beastars did finally premiere on US Netflix, and it blew up for a solid 2 months. Beastars was all anyone could talk about. Even the casual anime fans watched it. And that's always a 50-50 when it comes to Netflix anime. I also watched Smile Down the Runway, a very underrated shonen that came out this year, but I certainly enjoyed. You know how Food Wars is essentially a shonen anime with its own tournament arc, but it's all with food? Think that, but with fashion. I don't even care about fashion. I just want to see what they were able to pull off in the time limit. Chihayafuru season 3 also ended. Oh man, it was wonderful to have it back. I tuned in week after week. It's as if it never left, which is wild because it did leave for like 5 years? Maybe 6, Jesus Christ. And one of the few movies that you probably saw in theaters this year was Weathering With You or My Hero Academia Heroes Rising. Oh, and let's not forget about Ride Your Wave, but you probably saw that somewhere on some sort of illegal website that we will not mention in the comments. Ride Your Wave was definitely my personal favorite anime film of the year, but we cannot forget the stunning Weathering With You, as well as its controversial ending. And the super fun My Hero Academia Heroes Rising. Seeing what was supposed to be the original manga's ending adapted was absolutely wild. Also, that was the first time we saw Hawks on screen, and I did thoroughly enjoy. Spring season was when the year was supposed to really start picking up. However, that's when the delays started kicking in. Yeah, remember Re:Zero was supposed to premiere? Yeah, we had to wait an extra 3 months for that. Also, that one anime, Balance Unlimited, blew up with only 2 episodes, then having to be postponed to the summer season. That is absolutely insane. Sing Yesterday for me really stunned people in the first half, as well as Tower of God. But personally, I enjoyed Tower of God throughout, but I know a fair amount of people got overhyped. And Dorsey, best girl, by the way. My Life As A Villainess was also a lot of fun, honestly making it one of the best reverse harem anime out there. But to be fair, there's not a lot to compete with. And the underrated Wave Listen to Me was so funny. One of, but not my top comedy of the year. That's an anime that really shines with the voice actors. I do highly recommend it, even if you have no interest in the radio business. Because honestly, anime can do that to you, make you interested in things that you could care less about. Just gonna plug in Chihayafuru again. Oh yeah, and of course Kaguya-sama Love Is War Season 2! That one said fuck you to Season 1, man, because that one went full on with the romance as well as the drama and the comedy. It was just like Season 1 but bumped up to like a solid 100. And honestly, one of the best episodes of the year does come from Kaguya-sama Love Is War Season 2, Episode 11, man. Episode 11. And of course we had Fruits Basket Season 2 come back and we got to see the beach. Oh boy. Moving on to the summer season, we started off strong once again with God of High School. And again, they had us in the first half. Not even the first half, like the first quarter. Rent a Girlfriend, believe it or not, was the only summer anime I was able to finish. Oh boy. In regards to new anime, because Re:Zero Season 2 finally came back. And boy, Season 2 was even more disturbing than Season 1, and that was only the first half. Jesus Christ, man, the freaking rabbits, man, just absolutely horrifying Season 2. I loved it, but Jesus Christ. We cannot forget about The Great Pretender, one of the most popular anime to come out on Netflix this year. Oddly enough, that's one of those series that I see more casual anime watchers talking about rather than hardcore otaku like myself. Do yourself a favor and watch that. The soundtrack is amazing, I love the art, and that is an anime that's worth watching in the English dub. Netflix does this really cool handling when it comes to the English dub that I think you'll really enjoy, so just definitely check that out. And finally, we have Aggretsuko Season 3, an anime that made waves with Season 1, disappointed people in Season 2, and then came back and punched us in the face. Season 3 was certainly a bit too real. They actually discussed capitalism and the dark horrors of becoming famous. It literally turned like all perfect blue towards the end, and it was just like, huh? There were even two interesting subplots that were like romantic, but it like worked with the story. It wasn't like a useless romantic subplot. Like this made sense and it all came together, and character development and yeah, no, that was something else. And finally, moving on to the fall season. Yeah, that was fast, right? We kicked it off with an OVA and a movie. Burn the Witch only has 3 episodes, but it was the most fun 3 episodes of your freaking life. Or at least at the time, in September. Because there wasn't much going on in September, except for the Made in Abyss film. Most of us haven't seen Made in Abyss since it premiered in 2017, and just having it come back this year with that film really, you know, sent us back into depression, man, Jesus Christ. How many times have I said Jesus Christ in this video? You know, just a lot of things hit me. Jujutsu Kaisen is the most talked about anime of this year in general, with stunning animation, fantastic voice actors, and a really interesting plot. And thankfully it's gonna carry on into 2021. We need that. Adachi and Shimamura is a really underrated soft yuri romance that I'm surprised no one's talking about, because I've noticed the soft yuri and the soft gay romance anime tend to really pick up, like Bloom Into You and Given, but for some reason not that many people are talking about Adachi and Shimamura, and I think that's a shame. Wandering Witch Journey of the Witch Elena also had us in the first half, and then kinda, well, it kind of skips around, you know, when it wants to be good, it's good. Oh yeah, and Higurashi came back. Hell, it's still here. It's gonna be carrying on to the next year as well. My comedy of the year, man. Sleepy Princess of the Demon Castle. God, Mondays will never be the same. I'm so sad that it's over, but I absolutely adored Sleepy Princess and the Demon Castle. Not just because of all the hot guys, mind you, although they do play a factor. It was just a really fun time. The premise sounds super boring, a princess who's just trying to get some goddamn sleep each episode, but you know what? They were able to work it out, and each episode just gets funnier and funnier. I really hope it comes back for a season 2. I'm considering reading the manga, but I know the manga will not be as funny as seeing it animated. Continuing on with comedies, we do have Osomatsu-san season 3. While season 2 was an absolute dumpster fire, season 3 is certainly picking up. It has an overarching story, and the jokes are definitely hitting. Thank God too, because if I had a whole nother season where each and every single episode someone had to take off their pants and shit themselves, I would have tossed out my Katamatsu hoodie. Not my wallet though, my Katamatsu girl wallet stays. Moriarty the Patriot is definitely one of the sleeper hits this past season, as well as Akudama Drive. Akudama Drive especially, honestly one of my favorite anime to come out of this past year, like top 3 even. And Moriarty the Patriot, you know me, I freaking love Sherlock in general, and Sherlock in the anime is mad sexy, but it's just so good. Talentless Nana. I'm gonna overuse this joke. It had us in the first half. The second half, I mean, like, it's good. Little balls to the walls, but it's good. You know, you take what you can get. But you know, a sister can't help but laugh whenever you hear the discount Death Note music playing in the background. And what a way to end the year with freaking Attack on Titan season 4. It still blows my mind where we're at with Attack on Titan, because I truly have grown up with this series, because in 2013 when this first premiered, I was a sophomore in high school. I have literally grown up with these guys. It's something that I just still constantly think about. I'll literally be at work making a drink and all of a sudden I'm just thinking about everything that we're in right now when it comes to the series. Not gonna spoil it for those of you who aren't caught up, but man, please do. And those are my thoughts on 2020 as a whole. Anime-wise. What are some of the anime highlights for you when it comes to the anime of 2020? And what are you looking forward to next year? No, I'll answer that for you. It's the sequels. Don't kid yourself, it's the sequels, that's it. I want to give a very special shout out to Sarah Hogan for donating to my Patreon. If you'd like a very special shout out in the next video, stream, or what have you, then please click on the Patreon link in the description to donate, as well as links to my social media. I also just recently started a Twitch where we're doing live readings of Jujutsu Kaisen and Lore Olympus, so please check those out. I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.